colt going. All right, this video is just a little segment of when you bring a horse home from being here, things I would like to look for, you know, as far as groundwork, things that I would want to do to make sure I have a good riding mind and working mind. You know, it all starts when you catch your horse. Is your horse with you? You know, he's grazing right now, and that's fine and dandy, but I still need him. So we're here to work. So I kind of want him to catch me. So these are all little things that begin to determine where his mind's at. Am I more important than this feed right here? There you go. Good deal. Is he eager to catch? Is he bringing his head down and wanting to be caught instead of gawking and looking somewhere else? Just for the sake of this video, I'll work right in here. But as I start, how easy is he to take direction? Is he settled to where he'll listen to the little things without me having to add pressure? If I needed to add pressure, I would use the hand that's not holding on to the horse. How is he to ask for the other direction? When he's in a circle, is he nice and arced around me? Is he pulling against my hand? You know, things in that manner. Keep working until you get it nice and smooth. You get a nice arc. Maybe step in for the hind quarter. Stand for a second. Does he lose his focus, or is he into what I'm doing, waiting for the next move? Might ask him to head this direction. There. Is he able to read my body when I'm asking him to go backwards? Is he reading me when I ask him to go forward? How about backwards? Good. How about forward? Very nice. So those things you don't necessarily have to do in the pen when you catch them. It could be done anytime, but it's something to kind of check out and make sure all is well. The next step is if I wanted to saddle him. Now, definitely I could run him in the arena or work him in the arena, get his mind better if he's not with us. But this horse, he's a 4-year-old BLM Mustang. He's doing really well here. He's been here for almost 3 months now, and you know, he's coming along well. But it's a good thing to kind of refresh where you need to be when you're saddling, when you're getting ready to make a day with your animal. So as I'm saddling, I want to be with me and stay with me. So I'm constantly being a parent and constantly saying, Johnny, you here? Because the last thing I ever want to do is sneak something up on him. I want him in tune and connected to what I'm doing. If he's not, then I could be sneaking up on him, meaning that I just threw the saddle and he's not paying attention, and then the breast collar just kind of hit him in the shoulder. If he's not paying attention and not knowing what's coming, that could definitely spook him and bring him over the top of me, which that would be my own fault if I'm not getting my horse connected and being a stickler on it. Just because they're standing still doesn't mean that their mind is on you. Things that you could work on as you're doing, getting your cinches down, or you could check in by asking him to flex. Is he here with me? How light does it take to get that done? When I do it, can I do it as if I'm holding a dainty cigar? Is it light as a feather? You know, some may be very light, some might not be as light, but they're all individuals in that manner. But know the horse for what it is and strive to be better, to get him to be better. All right, so now that I have him saddled, I might check that stuff over again just so he could feel that saddle. He should be fine, and most should be fine, but it's always good to mind your P's and Q's. Always give it a look. Why tempt fate? Gives you an opportunity to check your gear as you're moving along. Even though I'm looking at where I want him to go, I still could see my gear and make sure it's all fitting right. Very good. Depending on his mind frame, you know, I might turn him loose and work him while he's free and get him moving a little bit faster. But he checks out nice. His mind is okay. I'm not really worried about expanding that. I could get along and get on with the day. Good cut. Okay, I have a hackamore on Trinity here, and I'm gonna get on to ride him. But just because I could get all of these, you know, these things done, and you still mind your P's and Q's, still think about safety, still realize that you have to be a parent. In some situations, you know, I'm in a round pen right now. It doesn't matter if I'm in a round pen or if I'm by a trailer or in an arena. You notice I kind of got in the middle, and the reason why is so when I get on, I don't have a fence in my way. If he got into some kind of trouble, he's still a colt. Things happen. Doesn't matter how good they are. Life happens. Things just kind of fall apart sometimes. Hopefully they won't, but if they do, at least you put yourself in a place to where you're safer. Now when I get on, I like to stand still, and I like him to be, you know, nice and patient. And then I don't care what horse I ride. Every time I leave, I'm always leaving in a circle. And the reason why is I have an ace in the hole, and I could keep him in an arc and keep him soft instead of just heading out and asking him to keep his emotions for himself to take care of. That circle is a nice place to kind of dance in and not get lost right off in the beginning. So I'll make my cinches tight. It's a given, but we get. As I get on, I'm not in a hurry. I like to get up. Sure, I could swing my leg over, but I want them to see it coming. Get my rope out of the way, put my leg in there, and just kind of relax here, get my stuff ready. I didn't ask him to leave. I want him to come right back to where I asked him to be. And then I'm going to give him all the room in the world to make the same mistake. If it weren't for mistakes, we wouldn't learn anything. So it's okay to make the mistakes. You just correct them. All right, something you could check out. You could check out, you know, see if he bends pretty nice. I'm hoping he bends without having to move his feet. But he is. He's moving his feet a little bit. I might continue bending. This is not a snatch game. It's a game of him complying, yielding. Not the fact that he could turn his head as quick as I could snatch my reins. Not learning anything that way. He's only learning that you could snatch his head. Sometimes you might not find the fact that you could stand still. That's getting there, but then I start off, I'm going to go ahead and move. And a young horse like that, they do need to move, so I'm going to ask him to move. And when I do, I'm going to stay in a circle. I could keep an ace, meaning that he is rounded and he's arced. Maybe not so great, not as good as him to be, but as I start working in the circle, I could totally get him to relax. I have a rhythm with my feet, my body, my hands. I'm on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. Becomes a lullaby. Make sure when you're in a circle that you're turning with your left hand or the way that you're going instead of trying to get this other hand involved. If you must get this other hand involved, then let it back up the animal instead of trying to say two different things. Make sure you're not talking in vain, meaning that your hands, when they move, they talk. If they're moving and talking uselessly, they begin not to hear useless things. And so therefore, when you go to say something that is useful, they don't hear it because they just assume it's useless. On, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. Might go around this dude. On, off, on, off, on, off, on. You see him kind of melt down, kind of get quiet. So now I could go ride somewhere. I could go make bigger circles. It's a given that I'm making circles because, of course, I'm in a round to say, though. Okay. Things to check out is make sure that you could get that hindquarter working. That hindquarter underneath them. When you're done, pause. You're pausing with your legs, but you're holding his head here without holding it, meaning that it floats. That I'm on and off, and on and off. As for that hindquarter, get extra. Good deal. You come out here. Maybe this time I might ask hindquarter. Then add the front quarter.